Okay, so I was recording a video about fixing this power supply, but I've decided to stop. It's a power supply for an Xbox One Series S, the slim one. Yeah, but I've decided to stop because the console is dead. Yes, the power supply is dead, but the console is also dead. I've got a 0 ohm resistance right over there, and when I inject voltage, this guy is getting warm, so I'll just do that right now. So there you go, and then I'll inject voltage. Oh, okay, so you can just focus on right over there. Okay, so I'm gonna inject now. You can see a heat spot generating there, right over there, and I've removed. You can see it's disappearing. I'll put again, and there it goes. So that is dead. At this point, I don't think it's worth lifting and rebolting and replacing whatever. No, instead I'll work on this other one. I'd actually told myself that I'm not gonna record a video of fixing this. This one, it's working fine-ish. According to the customer, they cannot get a resolution which is higher than 720p, and we tested yesterday on our TV. You can't. The maximum you can get on this is 720p, which is wrong. So what I'll do is I'll change the display chip, which is right over here. Yeah, it's pretty obvious because you've got lines coming from the HDMI port to this chip, then from this chip to the APU over there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll grab one from here and then put it on that motherboard, and then we'll see what we get from there. So let's just add some flux there. And we can lift this chip off. So one thing that I noticed is these consoles are not exactly the same, but I believe they're using the same display chip. Anyways, if you take a look this side, you've got these like that. You've got those with the pay over there, which doesn't really seem like a huge difference, but there is a difference. So you can see even here I've got those two diodes there in that corner, but here you don't have them. So yeah, and there are some differences on this, but yeah, they're not really something to worry about. One major difference is that this one is numbered all over. This one is not. You can see there's no number or anything, nothing naming anything. Here you've got a lot of, yeah, the manufacturer of this is probably way better than this one in terms of thinking about repair. Because when it comes to repair, you would rather have a motherboard that's detailed, so that you don't really struggle looking for parts, where to find this, where to find that. Just in case I will need to put it back, I'll keep it in there. So our pin number 1 was this side, so make sure to orient that chip accordingly. and not risk killing the only display chip that we've got. So one thing that I'll do now is I'll reduce my airflow, because I don't want to blow this flux away. I want you to stay as close as possible so that I can be able to flow the chip okay. However, it's already gone. This chip is not easy to flow, I won't lie. It's not going anywhere at all. It's not even moving. Wow. I haven't worked on something as a little bit complex as this in terms of flowing into place. Let me add more flux there and try to ease the flowing of the chip. Okay, I'll come with the heat once again. I believe that's straight enough, so all I can do is remove the excess solder from the sides. Create any bubbles around there. Okay, I'll look at the chip away from camera so that I can make sure I do not have any bubbles, and I don't believe I've got any bubbles really. Okay, I may have an issue on the far last piece there. And it is separated, I believe. Yeah, it's fine because they're going to the same place. Let me confirm that. Okay, I believe we're okay now. So I'll put back the heat sink. And then I'll test it out. Is it going like this or no, definitely doesn't. It goes in like this. There we go. Come in with the power supply. So I even tested this power supply on that console. It wouldn't start. So you could see the power light going like a bit whitish and then off. Whitish and then off. So yeah. Telling you that the console was trying to power on, and then once it detected that there was an issue, it would shut down. Okay. Oh no. We've got a faulty HDMI port as well. There we go. So you can see the last pins there, they are damaged. So we'll have to remove that HDMI port as well. Thankfully enough, I saw that before I could plug the console in. I could have simply bent that chip. The terrible part is that I've already wasted what was it? I think it was 29 minutes on the power supply, and then now it's 12 minutes on this console. I will end up having wasted almost an hour on these consoles and not have anything to show for it. Let's add some flux. Let's see if I can add some low melt solder there. Does it take it? Taking it now. I might not really have to do this, but I'll just do it so that it becomes easy to take this guy off. Anyways, I'll grab it and tweeze that down there, and then I'll come with it. So one place in particular that we want to make sure that it's getting the heat is on the pins there behind your HDMI port. And that's one important place to just come out, because now your smoke is making things terrible. Not even moving up, now it's making sounds. And there we go. So as you can see, the main place that I was focusing on, and the first place that I put flux was on these pins, because you don't want to break any of those, you don't want to rip any of those pins there, because that will be like double the job. Now you have to do the HDMI port, you have to do the pins as well, and you already did the chip, so you end up having to do a lot of work. So I'll pretty much do the same thing with this other port. Add a lot of flux there. And then I'll also try to tin the pins at the bottom. Okay, that's in place. Now let me try to tin these so that it also comes off easy. So these are thick layer motherboards and they take a lot of heat. That's why with my soldering iron it's like not even feeling anything. Okay, with that, this time I'm gonna try to pre-warm the bottom like this, and then I'll flip to the other side now. Make sure the flux is there on the pins so that I don't rip those pads. Okay, same situation again, the smoke. The music has gone off upstairs and it's still 10:37 p.m. That's fun. Those guys, they can go up to like 3 a.m. playing music and still smoking happily up there. Do you even smoke it or you what? There we go. So you can see those pads, they remained fine, and if it was a working console, one could still put another HDMI port there. Anyways, this is now a donor board, so yeah, it's gonna be a practice board probably for those guys that I teach. I'll probably have to add some solder to these pads first, which will make life really easy for me, including these ones. Again, more flux. Yeah, you want to keep the area as moist as possible. Okay, now I have to press it down, apply heat, that's fine, keep it down, keep the pressure on, just a little bit more, and then yeah, it should be fine. Okay, and that looks nice. Okay, like that. Let me try to shake those around and see if any of them is loose. Let me use a finer tweezer than this one. Yeah, probably this one will do better. That one is loose, and that one as well. That one there. So I just have to come over them with a soldering iron. So let me just align them to the pads there, which you can see underneath. So that we can avoid making bridges here. Okay, let me plug this and test it out. Yeah, that's how zoomed in I was. Like it was really zoomed in. And this place is getting hot. Like the hot air is... Oh, it's generating a lot of it. And we're in summer, so yeah. That makes life very difficult. Especially when you have to work with heat. Fan, power supply. There we go. Let me grab an HDMI cable to plug to a display port. Display cable. Okay, so I'll just put my phone on my phone. I'll just use this underneath because I don't want to create any shots from any residual soldering iron pieces. Okay, so I've got OBS running and I'll plug the power. Okay, the power button is over here. Okay, got an on off there. I've got an on off, so probably the chip or the port is creating a bridge. Unless the power supply is not sitting properly, let me try it once more. Yeah, I'm getting a one-time beep. try a different power button. Yeah, same result. So let's take it off and see what's happening. You have to avoid doing what I just did there. Lucky enough, nothing happened. When you do that with your screwdriver, it can pop up some components from there. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll use a microscope instead of my naked eye and the phone camera. I don't see any bridges really on the chip, except for one there. So I actually thought these two were connected together, but they aren't. Let me make sure from this other board. And yeah, they are not. And this one is there. So I think you can see those two there. And my tip just bent some plastic, so now it's better. And what's wrong with my microscope light now? Okay, that bridge is gone. I think it's even better without the light. There we go. Okay, I'll use some alcohol and patch off that area to see if we've got a bridge or not. Yeah, now we can clearly see that there's no bridges. If I put in some heat to blow away that alcohol, you can see we are good. We don't have bridges on any side. So these two on the other end here, these ones, they are connected together because you can see it's actually wider than this other side. And when you're checking it under the microscope, they are not together. When you're checking it on this motherboard, then you will have to use a microscope. So you can see they are not connected together. So I created two bridges which are not supposed to be there. So it's just that it's wider on this side, so you'd assume that they are actually connecting together down there. Same goes with here. So yeah, let me kill that bridge as well before it kills me. So here comes some flux. Which doesn't just want to go as easy as I want it to. And the other thing is, while the microscope light is fine, it's fine without a microscope light on the camera there. definitely not fine when I'm using the microscope myself, like viewing it with my own eyes. Can't see at all. Yeah, now the bridge is good. Definitely good. So we can probably plug this once again and test it out. Okay, here comes the heat sink. That's here. Cooling fan. Voila. Power supply. Still getting the big. What else now? It's definitely not coming from the chip unless the chip is dead. Just see if this will power on since I've removed the display chip from it. Yeah, this one I'm still getting the same result. So you probably won't be able to see it, but the LEDs does power on a little bit and then off. So yeah, still got the same situation here. So it might not be a case of a faulty HDMI chip. Let me just make sure that there's no bridges underneath the HDMI port itself. And we definitely don't have bridges down there. So yeah, maybe the last one. Right over here. I might have an issue though. So no, it's not even there. You can see now. Probably just the angle and the light reflecting off. I'm probably even getting a bridge which didn't exist. because I can't see them with my naked eye. The camera is fine, but then when I'm looking through the phone, my hand feels off. So as you can see, what I did there was I introduced heat from the soldering iron end from the soldering water station. So as I was blowing it, I was then using the tip of the soldering iron to split them apart. Because remember, the motherboard takes a lot of heat. So if your tip from the soldering iron doesn't distribute as much heat as the motherboard needs, you can never separate those. You might end up having damaged the board. So let me just test it out now. I won't even fit the heat sink. I just want to see if that one beep is gone. Well, it's probably there because the board is still warm. Yeah, probably have to let the board cool down first and then test it out. Let me pause and let the board cool down. Okay, so the motherboard is cooled down, definitely, when that is actually cold, but we're still getting that one beep and off. Very interesting. Now things have turned south. Anywho, what could be the issue? I've checked, I don't have a short anywhere on the motherboard. What could be the issue? Except if the chip which I put there either doesn't belong or it's faulty. I've got a fuse there. And this fuse is dead. Looks like a fuse to me. Let me check here. No, it's not a fuse. Just looks like a fuse, but it's not a fuse. There's nothing that's broken from the motherboard. So the only assumption is that this guy probably doesn't work. Okay, so let's take it off. Let's check the chip off and then we'll see from there if our problem disappears. Because I even checked here, there's no short, unlike this motherboard. Inside is fine. It's like it's got the proper resistance. Same goes with this side. It's also fine. So let me take off this component and then we'll see from there. Oh. The IC chip is off, so let me see if I was having any short circuits on the board, and I was not. So power supply in, press the power button. Yeah, so the chip is the issue. That chip is the issue. Either it died from those two bridges or something like that. So the reason why I took it off, the reason why I took the power supply off as quick as possible is that there is no heat sink on the APU, and I don't want that guy dying on me. So I'm gonna take the chip which was there initially and put it back, because remember the HDMI port was also broken, so it's possible that the only issue was coming from the HDMI port itself, not even from the chip. So we're gonna add more flux, reduce the airflow from our power station. Number is there, N87M, something like that. What am I getting on this other chip? Can't see anything. Yeah, the numbers are different, but I don't think that could be an issue. So let me try to focus on flowing this guy into place. And for some reason this one flows much better than the other one. And I've put it off from position now. Okay, hold it in place just for a few seconds, and yeah, we're okay. This side the pins are aligned fine, this side they're fine, this side they're slightly off. Let me try to slightly chip a little bit to the bottom. Just tap it a little. Let it first gain enough heat. Check it out now. Perfect. Perfect as well. Perfect. And perfect. So let me just use a soldering iron to remove any excess solder from the side. I'll use a microscope this time. I won't trust my naked eye anymore. It was disappointed me before. It can do it again. Okay, this time I don't see any bridge at all. So I'll use alcohol to brush the area off, and then we can test the console. Yeah, also need to be gentle with your brush so that you don't scratch any components off, especially after having applied some heat. Yeah, if the board is still warm enough, the components might be loose and they can fly away into another dimension. So yeah, this looks okay to me. Let me just confirm if I don't have a bridge this side. I think you can see it over there, pin number 3 from the dot. Looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. No bridges at all. So the number is NB7N621MGBSP. Now it's coming out clear. So yeah, we don't have any concerning bridges from this time around. Supply. Might as well put the heat sink this time. I think I'm bending my water station at this point. Yeah, I am, and it's turned really red. Like it's turned red water. Because I had reduced the airflow and I kept it running, so yeah. I could smell it actually, but I was ignoring it. Okay, stayed on, fan spin, and the HDMI cable. And you'll find out that the HDMI port is not even sitting. I would be bummed. Do I have a display now? No display. This console wants to kill me. There is no display at all. I'm gonna try to tilt it in case it's not sitting properly, and still there's no display. I'll kind of wait in case it's still loading and grab a keyboard. I always use a keyboard to be sure. Plug a keyboard to this and then I'll press caps lock. Yep, doesn't matter whether it's a TV, it's a console, what. Yeah, you can see caps lock is responding. So we just don't have display on this. So we can check the pins on the HDMI port, because the chip, we are confident about it at this point. So yeah, this console wants to be the end of me. I think I will worry less about the camera and focus more on what I see, which means I will use more of the microscope and less of the phone, because cannot see at all. Okay, let me use the tweezer and then I'll try to yes. Yeah, trying to fit these two at the same time is virtually impossible. I think that's better. I'll try to manage. Pin number 1 solid, pin number 2 solid, number 3 solid, 4 solid, 5, 6, 7 is kind of loose. Let's try to solid now, solid. There we've got a loose pin there, right from the last. The music is back on upstairs. Let's check it once more. This was solid the last time, now it's loose. Anyways, shouldn't be a big issue. Okay, all the pins are fine. So I'll test this from the display port once again. Display capture. If it doesn't work, then I'll test it on a TV. It might be a case of my display capture not working. I've had a situation where I kept trying to fix the pins of a PlayStation 4, which was already working. Okay, I'll plug the keyboard as well. So that I can tell when the display is already initialized, but there is nothing on the screen. So you can see caps lock responding there. So we'll take this to the TV and test it from there. Lol, I said it, I was right. So the console is fine, and there we go, it's working fine. So the issue was the display port. Anyways, let me try to get a controller to check the resolution now. I think I can do that using a keyboard. Now you can hear the people outside. Okay, how do I check settings? General TV display options, I think they should be there. Resolution 1080p. 1080p, fine. It was stuck on 720. So you can see now I've got to choose between 1080 and 720. You couldn't even get the option for 1080. Let me change to 720 and you can see it shuts down there, and you can see the resolution has become poor. Let me say keep, and then we go back. This is how it looks now. And then when I go back up there, settings, display options, change that to 1080p, keep, and it's working now. Anyways, I'll continue and test it on that TV there. It can give me, I know you can't see it, I'll switch on the light. It can give me better resolution. Just give me a minute to go and change there. So yeah, here we go. And it's way bigger because this is a 50 something inch. Let me go up again. Settings, display and TV options. Now we've got 4K UHD. Ooh la la, this is nice. So yeah, this is fixed, guys. As you can see, 4K UHD. And then we go back to the menu, we get something better. So yeah, this explains why this person wanted their console fixed, because you can see there's quite a lot of games. GTA 3, I don't know what GTA that is. We've got FC24, Far Cry 3, Modern Warfare. Let me just open. Let me see which one can open actually. Maybe Far Cry. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that because it's asking me if I want to resume. Oh, this one doesn't want me to resume anything. Okay, here we go. Infinity Ward. So yeah, this is fixed, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another clip. As you can see, those people are messing around outside. I had to actually chain around my shop so that they don't mess around in front of the shop. But anyways, yeah, you can see working, the lights off, yeah. Everything is fine. So I hope you guys learned something. The issue was not with the display chip, the issue was with the HDMI port itself. I should have noticed it really before I even changed the chip. So at the same time, again, I'm not sure whether this chip died because of those two bridges or what. But anyways, it might be a case that the chip was already dead. Anyways, it doesn't even support. But anyways, I'll keep it in my parts box and I'll test it on another console just to make sure. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another clip. Bye for now. Cheers.